Hello everyone, how are we? Welcome along. It's Wednesday evening. Apologies, we're a little bit late. Reasons mainly being that the children decided to, I presume, drink Red Bull at some point. They must have had a Red Bull or something between the pair of them because they were hyper as shit trying to go to bed. So yeah, getting them into bed's been a little bit tricky. So obviously we're a little bit delayed, which is fine. It's not a problem because, you know, we're all done and dusted. We're here now. Obviously, if you were here last night, there was a slight issue starting the season with Portadown in the fact we lost our first two league games. We talked. I didn't talk. Owen in the stream, he said this team is going to be capable of winning the title. I said, don't say that out loud. That's ludicrous talk. And the first two games, we got beat. So we need to do something else. And by something else, I just mean get better, to be honest. Nothing drastic. We've fixed it somewhat, I suppose. We beat Myola Park in the Cup, so at least we got a 2-1 win there. That was good, but yeah, 4-0 defeat against Newry, absolutely hammered. And to be honest, all the goals were a little bit daft. Like, look at this, okay? Just take it in. Try and understand it, because we couldn't understand it last night when we were watching it, okay? So, right. Not great positioning from the keeper, I'll be honest. Right, he's ever so slightly off his line. Therefore, the header loops over the top of him. Right, 1-0. Okay? Starting again. Throw in here. Ball comes in. Decent positioning so far. You think he's coming for it. McGovern's going to take the ball down. Nope, he's going to head it over him. How's McGovern thought that's a good idea? Heads it over the top of him. This then happens. Right, McGovern, loads of space. So McDonald, sorry. You can see keeper's already backtracking. There's a bit of a concern here. He's spotted, he's off his line. That is a worldie of a finish. Okay, and then here we go again. Again, starting positions probably a little bit too high. Ferris floats it in, and it's headed up over the top. So 4 goals, all down to, I think, the goalkeeper's position. I think we had him on sweeper keeper, so we've moved him back to a keeper on defend. Okay. This, however, against the Welders, just frustrating. Really frustrating. Like, we went 1-0 up, we drew 1-1, we went 2-1 up, we pulled it back, they pulled it back to 2-2. I'll let you watch it. Stedman with the ball in there, Dolby with the header, 23 minutes in, we take the lead. About 10 minutes after that, though, they come down the line. Great header from Newell, by the way. Really, really good header. Defender's not really marking him. Then here you go, Dobbin puts the ball in. That's a great header at the near post. Defender doesn't do anything about it, so we go 2-1 down. We pull ourselves back, that's good. Ball at the top, Dolby, lovely. In for Curran, just dinks it in, makes it 2-2. Then we give the ball away, 64 minutes. Edgar, Newell again with a header. 3-2 defeat. Not good. But then we switch around. Granted, we're playing against 10 men, only for the last 15 minutes, though, against Myola Park. Even in fact, now he's welcoming, A15 as well, by the way, welcoming to you as well. Here we go, Stedman pulls it forward to Curran. Nice ball through to Gallagher, who's obviously pushed up through that sort of, we moved into a midfield on attack or a midfield on support. And then Dolby gets his header on from a corner. We're having a great time. We think this is fairly comfortable, but then we actually concede a goal. And it was a little bit nervy, to be honest. And then, of course, they went down to 10 men. So that's fine. I think we probably are zonal marking, to be honest. I've had to think about this. What can we do that's going to be different? Okay, so I think our defensive line is, well, first of all, I think we have to make sure that we've got our goalkeeper. The goalkeeper set to defend, right? So he's not going to go wander anymore now. He's going to start. His position is going to be on the goal line. He's not going forward at any point. All of our defence are set to defend, so no one's really sat particularly high. We've got a low line, so maybe we can look to push that line up a smidge and then have either a low line but maybe step up more, so we can play the like a sort of essentially like an offside trap essentially, or whether we drop off more with a standard line and hold that sort of defensive line a little bit lower. I might think about doing that, to be honest. We are trying to stay on our feet, so let's have a little look and see if that's something that we need to do. In terms of distribution, we are still hitting the flanks, but we have tried to play out from the back at some point. We may have the players to do that. Maybe we need to have a little bit of a gander. And then I think here, this sort of passing is not quite really working what we want. There's a bit of question about the width, a bit of question about passing space, but the thing is, it's the same as how we played last season. It was brilliant last season. We had better players now than we had last season, but does everyone now know about us? That's the problem. Do people now know what's going on? Evening Smoker, how are you? Welcome in. So, force them outside as most of the goals are coming through the middle. That's not a bad shout, to be honest. Try and get those people outside, yeah? So try and keep the ball in the wide areas. We now have people who can head the ball at centre half as well, which kind of helps. Although, so 12 for jumping reach. 12 for jumping reach. Mullen is going to be playing on the full-back, so he's obviously not got a massive amount of jumping reach. Richardson has got 10 for jumping reach, so yeah, we can defend realistically. In terms of set pieces, though, let's have a look and see what we've got. As Yeron's saying that, I think we might also have the wrong players in the wrong positions, to be honest. So there's a little bit of adjustment needs to happen here. So let's just tweak that while we're here, because I think that's also part of the concern from yesterday, which is a bit of an issue. Who's got the highest anticipation? I mean, $14.11 for Burke. Even Connell Curran's actually, we can have him there. Then we need someone who can actually jump at the back post as well. So yeah, 12, 12, 10, 11, 14, anticipation, get the ball away. That's probably the best setup there. Right, let's do that then. So 12, 12. Curran goes to the edge of the area. Is that 10, is it? $12, 12, 10, 11 at the back post. Yeah, that looks like it's probably the same there, so that's good. Wouldn't have someone on the front post if you've got someone on the 6 yard. Really? Would you not double up? Is that not where the goals are coming from? I was always led to believe that's how you have that set up. Get them both doubled in there, so that so basically if it comes here, it's essentially if the ball comes in this bit, we've got an issue. But like, who's going to get there? Unless we mark a tall player possibly, and have that person just in the middle as a 6 yard box, but he's just sort of stood looking around, you know? Or do we have another mark tall player? And have him marking a tall player there. Novishka. Appreciate that. Right, so I've got one player marking a tall player in the area, because everyone else is kind of being used for. And would Gallagher possibly go there then for be a tall player? Marking tall player there as well. So 2 players there in the middle, marking tall players. Or if I want to fuck the opposition up, leave 2 up top. Well, we could do. We could. I guess that's the thing, innit? It's like, have we got? We could maybe do that. Have no one at the back post. Zonal mark. 6 yard box. What would you do there? So he'd maybe just go. Well, zonal box, far post, isn't it really? Mark a tall player. Don't really want him in the zone, do we? So you could have 3. So you can have 3 tall players here. Okay. Actually have him closing down maybe? But then that's sacrificing someone there, isn't it? We don't really want that. So let's move him back into go back. someone off the far post. So would you have someone on the near post then who's not got great jumping reach? Would you do that? Would you put Dolby there so he can sort of like mark someone along with Burrows? Would you do that? Would you take someone who's got decent heading off the post? I find that quite strange, to be honest. What are we thinking? Leave your two wingers up top. Yeah. Loving the t-shirt. Yeah, Rogie. I've got it's Phil Collins for those of you wondering what's the t-shirt tonight. All right footers on the 18-yard line with two left footers up top. Not really. It's just a left and a right footer there. So yeah, we got a bit of a mix. But as you say, we are sort of mixing things ever so slightly. So acceleration. What's that then? How would we match that? So DL, DCL would go there. Is it? No, DCL goes front. DR at the back post. DR at the right post. AMR at the back. Really? Have I done that? Why have I got up front? What's his heading like? Oh, his heading not very good, is it? I'll use him for his pace instead, actually. Let's do that. Mark the near post. Yeah, let's switch that around then. So we got that there. So he's going to come to it's going to be zonal. You know what? I'm worried that I fucked this up, aren't I? MCR. Right, they should be. Got one person who's wrong. Is it that guy? Is the left back? MCR, striker, DCR. MCR, striker, right. Burrows is marking the far post with a jump reach of 12, right, okay. So, mark a tall lad. Mark a tall lad. Mark a tall lad. Is that what they're all doing? Mark. Just the middle. Mark a tall player. Yeah, they're all marking tall players. Right, okay, got you. Zone on the near post, zone on the back post. Right, that's fine. Cool, okay. Okay, save that then. And now here comes the tricky bit. Now's the bit that I don't do a lot of, to be honest. It's the attacking bits, isn't it? Attacking. See, I think that's pretty well set up. That's the good jumpers. Actually, Dolby should be there, shouldn't he? Dolby should be attacking the near post. Burrows should be there. Or there, actually. Who's got decent long shots? Anyone? 6. Obviously, this is going to change, isn't it? Because we're about to make a blooming substitution, aren't we? Look at someone and be like, oh, it's wrong player. So that should be that. Three people back, yeah. That's about right, yeah. Yeah, it's just the wrong people in the wrong order. So he needs to go there. He needs to go there. Look at far post. Attack the far post. Attack the far post. Right. Could always do some lurking, couldn't I? Get him to lurk at the near post, actually. Attacking. Right, that probably makes more sense. Save that there. Save that. Obviously, like I say, we're going to spend all this time on it. Then I'm going to go right, and now we're going to change who's going to be in the team. So it's going to mess it all up. Well, there you go. Let's see who we got then. So we're in the next round of the Better McLean Cup. Crusaders. We've got one of the biggest ones. Unbelievable. So much for trying to get some trophies in this save. We haven't got Pedro yet, Rogie, no. We could do another striker, though. The window is still open. So if we can bring another striker in, that would be preferable. Because I think we're relying a lot on the two that we've got. Bingham looks alright, man. Finishing a 15, acceleration of 14, off the ball of 11. Susceptible to injuries though. Unambitious, doesn't look to further himself. And that's not great, is it? And then Cody Peoples is the other guy that we looked at, who scored goals last season against us. Off the ball's good, finishing's good. Acceleration's not great, but you know what? I've seen him against us. Let's try it. Let's try that. See if the DOF can give us any suggestions on a striker as well. Nick Eady from Stevenage, finishing 2-9. That's not going to work, is it? Ronan Ismaili. Could be alright. 6'20". Niall Cretaro, 6'2". This might be a guy as well. Maybe we'll go for 2 then. And to be honest, I think we're probably going to look for a mixture of both, really, like a poacher and we've got there an advanced forward or a pressing forward, really. So let's look for 2. Let's try and get them both in and see what we can do. Obviously, we've got Dolby up top, who's playing as a target man, and then we've also got Curran, who's the poacher. So there is two types of strikers there. Brought Johnson into play on the right. Have we got enough players in? Are we happy with what we've got? Ben Cushney, did we like him? Poor intelligence, susceptible to injuries. A Ruby. No monthly fee. They want him as a striker. 4-month deal as well. That's the thing, isn't it? Look for pressing forward. My favourite role this year. I think I agree. I agree, Jord. Like, it's a very, very good role this year, isn't it? It does look like it's working. Damani Hunter. Bear in mind we had Soup as a pressing forward and defend. Luke McKendry. is wanted, but we're not going to go in for him now. Okay, so 4 months. 4 months for a Ruby. Nah, inconsistent and injury prone. Cancel that. Super McGrath can be backups. They can be. They can be. We've also got the other Campbell as well. The Campbell who's not Soup. So, to be fair, we might end up putting Soup in the start at the minute because we've got it's not really we've not really set ourselves flying, have we, this season? But Soup is traditionally a starter. You can't argue. You can't argue with that kind of logic. To be honest, that's it. That is absolutely it. Soup is traditionally a starter. Now, Ben Cushney has got dribbling of 11, but he's got crossing of 3. I know it says he's susceptible to injuries, but I know it says he's declining. Is he good enough though? Is he better than what we've got? He got goals last season in the Premier League. Do we take a punt on him? Oh, I see, he's a free, isn't it? So we've got to pay for him, that's the thing. And Damani Hunter is also an option. He's got potential to be better than Curran. He's declined a little bit. Finishing 15, off the ball 12, acceleration 13, composure 13. 13 goals for Bishop Stortford last year. 14, 2 seasons prior. 30. Actually, he's got double figures. He's come from Watford. He's probably Kevin Phillips. Now the question is though, we see we're over budget now. That's the thing. So it's like, are these players worth a punt to purchase? Like, because that's what it's going to be. We're going to have to buy them. Are they good enough in that sense? You know, that's what we need to try and work out. Or are we better trying to use the loan system at this point? He is 3-star rated, but bear in mind, scouts might be wrong. Scouts could be wrong. I mean, if we compare him though, if we compare him to other players that we potentially got coming in, so compare him to Peoples, a fringe player who could still improve, Peoples would be a good signing for the future. Right, okay. Obviously we don't know anything about Peoples at the minute, or do we? He looks reasonable. His jumping reach isn't great, but everything else looks fine. Do you think if you're going to need to rebuild, there's little impact looking long term, get players in for now? Oh yeah, 100%. Now that's the thing. I think we're looking now for players to come in and hit the ground running, really. That's the thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, is he the guy that's going to get us the goals this season? That's what we need to be. That's what we need to be looking at. He might well be. He might well be. Let's see what we can come up with here then. So we need to get a result here against Loughgall. Let's work the ball in the box on, actually, see if that works for us. Okay, let's see what we do. I mean, you're right. I mean, you know, if we've got the cash, 3 stars is going to be 2 stars in the Championship and the Premiership. That is true. That is true. And you know, and I know again it's sort of counterintuitive, but he does have higher potential than Curran, who has come from the Premiership. Have we hired Matt for central defence and put the on the end of it to fool us all? Yeah, 100%. I renamed him. To be honest, he was called Rich Owens, and I just changed his name to Matt Richardson. Actually, I know Matt Richardson as well, another comedian. So maybe I've just signed him. He'd be a dreadful footballer, actually. So, let's see how we get on there. It's log all. Games we need to be winning. I think you have to sell before you buy any more players. Yeah, and that's the thing. There's nobody wants the 2 players who we're trying to get rid of. You know, we're trying to get rid of that right back, and then even the old goalkeeper as well. Plus, as Rogie said, star ratings are nonsense and deceptive. Yeah, agreed. Attributes-wise, he looks good though. There's that. You know, and will he fit in our system? I mean, you know, even then, looking at attributes don't necessarily mean everything, because Soup's only got 3 for finishing. You know, so you got that. Look to sell or loan Wilson. Wilson the midfielder that we brought in. Loan him out already? Interesting. Or do you mean the other defender Wilson? Who's obviously we're trying to get rid of, but he's not having any of it. Oh, Burke's gone through. Missed the tackle completely. Nearly conceded. Doug Wilson, that's the guy. Yeah, the midfielder. Interesting. Star ratings definitely give you some idea. Do you know what I mean? Like they are there as a guide. They're obviously not set in stone, but they are definitely there as a guide. But then again, there's also that argument of, like, you know, the star rating of going, oh yeah, this player can't play in that position, and you know yourself, like, well, actually, you know what? No, he probably can. He probably can play there. So in that sense, like, there's a little bit of judgment on it, but I get what you mean. Like, they are a sort of like, there's literally all they're meant to be. They're meant to be a guide to sort of like say, look, you know, you could play this person here. They're probably better than what you've got. They're one of the better players of the club, or they're one of the worst players of the club. You know, it's just easy ways, isn't it? It's like the health monitor. Like, it's not an exact science that player who goes to red or orange is knackered, but you know, when there was percentages and stuff, it didn't really make any sense. Oh, he's 78% fit. Is he? I don't know. Anyone can play it anywhere, but you learn to roll familiarity. Yes, that's correct. Is that Anna playing against us? I think it is, yeah. We released him, so that's going to be interesting. He's going to have a point to prove against us, isn't he? So maybe we need to stop him running around. Oof. Deflected, nearly into own goal there. Maybe we were positive now. We're not really getting much of we're not really maintaining our foot on the ball, are we? That's the problem. Well, that's a concern, I should say, sorry. Every highlight seems to start with them with the ball. Oof. Let's have a look. Let's maybe go tempo down, passing up. Take passing the space off for a minute. Let's press again. I know we said we wouldn't do that because it's going to tire them out a little bit, but let's try and actually get in their faces, because I presume we're probably supposed to be the better team in terms of reputation. So you'd expect us to be sort of like on at them. But let's also drop this down. Maybe change the role of a target forward as well for Dolby. Maybe drop him to like a pressing forward and support, maybe. Stedman clears it. Gallagher picks it up. Dwells on the ball. Loses it. Launching up top. Mullen loses it out. Richardson on a booking as well. 20 minutes in, centre half's on a booking. That's not what you want. Curran's through. Oh. Normally scores then. Gallagher. Siggy over the top. Gallagher. Oh, get yourself back in, boys. Better. Johnson loses it again. What are these players doing? Madness, right? Having to pull our players back to try and go forwards. I'm not sure if that makes sense. Doesn't away. Stedman over the top, Curran's through. Oh, straight at the keeper. Last season he'd have buried that. How come he's obviously lacking just a tiny bit of confidence at the minute. Change Dolby to press and forward and support. Stedman. Free kick possibly? No? We're not getting that. Interesting. Right, let's move it slightly more direct at this point now. 7 shots, 8 shots now. Gallagher's free kick. Straight at the wall. Offside. Offside. Trouble is that, you know, even after two games, we're sat at the bottom of the table. Now, I'm not panicking at 2 games, but the board and the fans might be. You know, that's the problem, isn't it? Loads of changes in the summer. They're going to ignore all the sort of like the good form that we had last season, because that's obviously been and gone. You shouldn't consider last season, but yeah, it's not the best start. Gallagher, Dolby. Oh, what an effort that is! Right, we're coming into it. We're coming back into it. Okay. Although no one seems to be convinced. Right, let's take Oggy off actually, because if he's struggling a bit, he's looking nervous. That's never a good sign. Let's put Wilson in there actually, and have him as a ball winner. Second half was much better. Stay the same. Yeah. Thing is, I'm concerned with Siggy, so like, let's change him off. We've also got bookings for Richardson and bookings for Stedman, which is going to be an issue. Oh, free kick. That's what we got. Draw them in. Stedman floats at the back post. Dolby with a header. Should have really gone for the jugular. I think we give it 10 minutes, then we start to dive up a bit. Right, push these players up now. Tell Stedman to ease off, yeah? Where are we on him? Tackle, ease off tackles, that's what we want. See if that's going to help. Johnson, ball on the top. Dolby's chasing it. Howley puts his foot on the ball. Oh, ball's over the top. Oh, and it's literally the guy that we released. It's just that change, innit? The second we made that change, Burrows has been caught out of position. Bugger. Gallagher. He is looking tired, but I don't really know who's best to come on for him. That's the thing. You know, with bringing on a young kid. Or we bring Hanks in, I guess. Who's technically a fullback to play midfield. Bitten by the hand that used to feed. Yeah. It's always the way, innit? It's always it's written. That's how it's written. That's how it's written. Oh. What's happened? think the Portadown experiment might not go for very long. Do you reckon? What happened from last season? This has been crazy. Straight red. Okay. Can we get 2 goals in the space of 13 minutes? Portadown their tools. Yeah. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Dolby. Soup. Curran. Can't finish it even from that close range. I don't know. I just don't know at this point. Just don't know. Maybe we go 4-3-3. Put Campbell through the middle, up top. 3 strikers. Bring Johnson off. Well, there's Sue having his go there. So we put Campbell there. Target forward attack. Johnson will be replaced by Kelly, I guess. Maybe out 8 tracks. It's not the worst. It's not the worst idea, is it, Rogie? That's the thing. I'm thinking maybe that's the problem. Maybe I don't have enough trequartistas in. That could be the thing. This is worrying. This is worrying for the league. 3 defeats out of 3. And they're a bad side as well. Okay. Don't know. don't know what to say with that. Yeah, we go again. We go again. We try it again. First half we looked fine. Sorry, the second half we looked fine. I get what you mean here, 50. Yeah, don't panic, but it's not me that's panicking. It's going to be the owners and the fans that'll start to be like, have we considered this? You know, because we are expected to be winning the title, and they're expecting promotion at the very, very minimum. There's a lot of pressure on this move to Portadown. You know, we said when we went, we were like, is it worth is the grass greener? Like, do we stay where we are at Banbridge, and have a lovely time and do it that way, or do we try and move? And then here we are. In the position where, all right, bit tricky this. I mean, obviously it's not all over just yet, but let's put Dylan Graham in, see if that changes anything in defence. Richardson and Burrows looked... The thing is, Richardson and Burrows looked reasonable, but then got caught on like 2 moments. Crataro's an option. 19 years old, 6'2". I love that. Jumping reach, 12 to 18. Heading, 1 to 7. What's Hunter saying? How much is he wanting? 275. Starter. $160 for that Hunter lad. You're right, I guess, yeah, if you can jump, it doesn't really matter about the heading ability, does it? He's quick as well. Do we take him instead of Peoples? Do we take him and the lad that we're just looking at there? Should we try Goering? Bring in the man of the Peoples. Quite McDonald looks alright as well. So what? So are we bringing in? So what do you think then? Are we bringing in the man of the Peoples or the Crataro? Because I think it's between them two. Rogie wants the man of the people. Yaron says Crataro. It's always going to be the way, innit? Crataro doesn't have anything fun to say about him. Okay, I mean, if it's going to come down to that, then you're right. You're absolutely right. Callum Ferris, obviously, they're not going to let go. Plenty of serviceable players. We need players for memes and engagement. I mean, you could argue that we haven't got players who are serviceable, given the fact that we're sat bottom after 3 games. People scored against us last year. We know he's good. See, that is my thinking. That's my thinking. We could do a bit of a head-to-head, but we don't know a lot about him. That's the problem. So, let's see. I mean, I suppose, realistically, we're not paying for them. We could probably take all 3. You know? Best rollers in AM left. Well, that's an issue then if we're bringing him in as a striker. Fuck it, yeah, let's get them all. Just get them all. Bring them all in. You know? Potentially she with Dolby. I mean... I guess that's the issue then, if he's already thinking this is a bit of a concern. So People's in. Hunter's potentially coming in as well. And Gurung. What about that? Okay. So there's a couple more. Let's go for Kieran Evans as well. As we said, we can. With no money. We tried that. We tried that Yaron. It did, no one bit, sadly. Bingham for a loan as a winger. That was a striker. 4 months as well. It's not good enough. Don't sign players for the sake of it, but please do sign players. Excellent. Yeah, so we've got... Yeah, it's a Dougie Wilson there. So yeah, so we did try to get him out. May find to find a suitable club that can fulfil my wage demands. This is the problem, Dougie. You're on too much money. You know what I mean? We're paying you top dollar. Barney McKeough as well. Can you just leave, please? You know? Kieran Evans is back. Well, I say back. We're reunited with Kieran Evans. Dirge going to sign Cushion. Okay, so now we've got some different options, right? So let's have a look. And so Hunter can go on the bench. Evans can be brought up as well. There's Dougie Wilson. I think we have Toulouse can go back at fullback. Burke's not started brilliantly. Let's also consider how we can bring off the players that were brought in just for being young. Tell you what, let's bring Campbell on as an inverted winger. There was a wide midfielder actually on support, maybe. What's the wide midfielder got to do? Performs defence and attacking duties on the flank, supports the forwards, midfield and defence when required, generally lacking either explosive pace or dribbling skills of an out-and-out winger. Wide midfielder relies on teamwork and work rate. Has Campbell got that? Teamwork and work rate of 6 and 5. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. So he could cut inside as an inverted winger on support. But he has a player trait of runs down the right. Does he? He does, yeah. Okay. Start Soup and Stedman, switch sides. Do it that way. Okay, let's try that then. So when we all apart next, so obviously we need to, yeah, no one's going for Dougie Wilson, sadly. So that's a tough one, right? That's a tough one to take. Now, do we start 4-2-4 or do we start most players in 17, most players out, Bambridge 8? It's quite a lot. I think it's going to take us a while to get these players bedded in, right? 17 players is a fair amount. You know, you can be forgiven for a slight bit of lack of tactical familiarity at this point. You know, so while I'm saying, oh yeah, you know, this is last year's tactical, yeah, none of the players were here from last year. You know? What are we thinking? We can turn this around, can't we? Ian JM, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you in. Get the stitches out tomorrow. Stitches are out tomorrow, so we can get the hair back. So we're not going to have to worry about changing hats and all that sort of things. It's going to be great. Can't wait. I think we do attacking set pieces and attacking free kicks ahead of Bambridge. Got get frosted tips to celebrate. Could do, actually. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. It's Christmas, isn't it? You know, get some cargo pants on the go. I've got 200,000 Chalapods. I'll cash them in for frosted tips. Now we've found what your channel points are worth, Mrs. J. Now we know. I got a hair transplant. Yeah, not quite, Jam. I had a cyst on my head, just here. Some people know about this now, but I've got a cyst just here, and I've had it for years, but it's now got big enough that I'm concerned about it, and I can start to feel it, and the kids were obviously becoming aware of it and like sort of prodding and poking at it. So we sort of took it all off, and they've just whipped it out. So 3 stitches in the top of my head. They come out tomorrow. So yeah, we'll be back to flowing locks tomorrow. So there you go. That's where we are. Hello, Barton. How are you, buddy? Season is, well, you were in last night. We lost 2 league games, sorry. We've lost a 3rd league game. So still sat bottom of the league. Still very much trying not to panic, but clearly panicking. We've brought Evans back, though. So that's good. We're reunited with Evans. We've signed another 3 strikers right now. So we've signed in total, I think we've just said there, we've just seen, I think we've signed 17 players in the transfer window. Yeah, 17 players in the transfer window. So there's been a few ins and outs, I think. All I want for Turfish Christmas is Tony to fashion his look after NSYNC. I mean, you never know, right? You never know. They're disappointed. I mean, yeah, it's understandable they're disappointed. Let's try and have a bit of a team meeting, shall we? Oh, we can't have one yet because we're about to go to a game, I'm guessing. Or they just don't want it. We'll be fine. We can get it all. We can fix this. All right, let's get some sort of result against Mayola Park, and then hopefully in the cup we'll theoretically get a reasonable result against this non-league side. So we only have, actually, yeah, we don't need to have 108 days left of managerial support, and he's actually left, so it doesn't really, I don't even know if this is a thing anymore now. So if else on Man U say I took over Barry in the first place and dropped a second with 2 games left to go and failed to get promoted. Oh, mate, you've 100% inherited the Jameson look. That very much sounds like what would happen here. Dolby intends on considering his options at the end of the year. I mean, fair enough. Dolby's already wanting out. Fine. He can kiss his hats bye. I believe that's a reference, isn't it? That might be that's a song that the NSYNC do. Maybe we should have gone for John McGovern. I need to do a progress one, actually, JM. I definitely need to do that. At the minute, progress is 2 trophies out of 33, starting season 5. I think someone said last night or the night before in the chat, saying at this current rate, it'll take us 78 seasons to complete the challenge. So that's being optimistic that we'll complete it. You know, I think we are still very much on we might not get it done. But we'll give it a go. We'll give it as good as a go as we can. You know? So yeah, we need to get a victory here to stop the rot. Then we got a game in the cup. And then we got Banbridge. By which month Tony will be on his 81st club of the challenge. It's going to be May. I mean, come on, Mrs. J. It's not fair. It's accurate. It's not fair. You know, it's hard. It's hard work. That cuts me, right? Like, you're right. Don't get me wrong. You are right, but even still, like, You know, there's meant to be unwavering support, surely, from yourself, right? That's what I'm led to believe. Turns out absolutely done by song titles. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I actually know the reference. If I've missed something now, then I've clearly missed something massive. So that's fine. I'm just going to keep sort of being like, yeah, okay, that's good. Let's continue as is. Come on then. Let's see if we can get something against Miola Park. Is there a song title there? Miola Park? Don't know, maybe. Here we go then. Look at that. One win out of 4. Graham's back in goal. So Johnny Madhead is taking a little step out. Ferris is on the bench. That's interesting. He normally scores against us, so that's going to be interesting. Plus they're playing that bloody 4-2-3-1, which we struggle against. You could argue we struggle against everything so far. But yeah, bottom meets second bottom. 6-pointer already. The fans were totally gone. I'm a 90s boy band fan. I can do this all night. Again. Don't know. A little bit like Vienna, this means nothing to me. There's an 80s synth pop reference that you probably won't get, Mr. J. Actually, no, you might get that. Ultravox. That's ball at the top. Curran nods it down. Has a goal. Come on, Curran. Just once he gets one in the back of the net, then I think he'll start off. There you go. Oh, Vienna. We're away. We're away. Calderwood, I think that's the Calderwood who's on loan at us. He was on loan at us a little while ago. You were born in 92. You were born in 92, Jam. Oh, Jesus. Dolby with it. I was 12 in 92. Unbelievable. There might be a clip in the Discord of Mrs. J's words of support. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Go on then, Soup, get the ball away. Curran. Stedman. Curran. Oh! What? How's he offside? Unbelievable. We did everything right. Everything right. Burrows. Burrows at the back again. Thinks about it. Richardson. Dolby gets the flick on. Curran's through. Go on, Curran. Yes. There we go. I've been working 12 years in 92, says Nige. That's the spirit, Nige. All of a sudden, I'm the child in the room now. Richardson up to Dolby, gets his head on it, and then Curran does what he does, overhits it a little bit, and then just goes, I'll just dink it in. Past the keeper, 1-0. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Let's see if we can get a second. Oh, I know Curran's dispossessed them. He fancies it. Straight at the keeper, though. Right, let's praise them at this point, because they're doing pretty well. See if praise works. You know, I've tried ruling with an iron fist. They don't like that. I'm saying, do better, do better. Out of the way. Livingston. In for Hunter, just stand them up, stand them up. I'm wondering if there's too many instructions now on them to like do things. Do things. Livingston, Burrows clears. Oof. Flash back across the goal. That'll do. Let's go positive and try and move them back up the pitch a little bit. Keep them away from our goal. That's what we want. Curran's offside. Right. First half. Excellent. That's what we like. More of that, please, boys. More of that. I mean, nothing too silly just yet. Curran, Gallagher. We could, of course, drop into those 2 DMs as well if needs be, if we have to kind of like grind the game out a little bit. Because to be honest, at this point, as soon as we start getting some points on the board, we might have to grind those games out. Even Townsend, how are you, buddy? Nice to have you in. Hope life's treating you well. Stedman's corner. Dolby doesn't even think about it. Soup has a go. Richardson fancies it. Shouldn't have bothered. Substitute. Stedman's on a 6-5. 6-4 now, actually. We could bring Cretero on, couldn't we? Have a little look at him, see how he gets on there. Try that. Gallagher floats it up. Dolby with a header. No one followed in though. Cretero should have been there. I think maybe now it's time for Hunter possibly to come on. Gallagher, Soup, in for Curran, blocked out. So what, Curran's doing well, but let's put Hunter on. Give Curran a bit of a rest. 15 minutes to go. Gallagher, Dolby heads it over the top. Question marks now about the midfield. Gallagher tiring. Oggy could come on. Goering. Hunter does well. Gets the ball. Soup. Mullen. Burrows. Over the top. Hunter's not going to get away with that, is he? No. Burrows, don't do anything silly with it. Same with you, Graham. Dolby. Soup. Plays a 1-2 with the defender. Has another go. Dolby's headers just gone wide. Right, 10 minutes to go. Let's drop these 2 back. Let's try and see the game out now. Be disciplined, stop passing into space as well. I think. See if we can grind out. Respect the point, isn't it? That's what we want. Throw in. Last few seconds. We've won. We're off the bottom of the table. DJ and ATB, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. Pleasure to have you. Hope life's treating you good. Hope you're all set for Christmas. What's happening in your world? How was your stream tonight? Are we still at Weston? Or are we somewhere else now? Drop a shout there in the chat for Nathan. If you go and follow Nathan, that'd be much appreciated. Hunter's on his debut, 125 quid now, pockets. There you go. We'll start paying these players back now. Now we've got Born View. So we're only 7 points off the top, so title charge is back on. We're alright now. All good, not still got presents just yet. Just need to get season 1 with Weston finished. Mate, I feel you with the whole presents thing, man. Like, I'm in a position where I'm like, we think we're okay with the kids, but I mean, Mrs. J is difficult to buy for, She'll say she's not. She'll say she's easy to buy for, but she can be a bit of a tinker. So, we'll get there, but it's going to take a tiny little bit of a trip into town, I think, on Saturday morning, which I wasn't wanting to have to do. So we'll see. I don't particularly want to do too many changes, but I also want to kind of rest some people because I need players fit for the match against Banbridge. So a couple of debutants to come in, I think. Who's going to play right wing? I suppose Johnson can go back there, can't he? Johnson can go at right wing rather than Stedman. Rest him up. Soup can still play it. Gallagher, let's put Oggy in. And And that should be a team good enough, really, shouldn't it? Toulouse, maybe put Burke there. That team should win, theoretically. You know? Do we keep Cretero up front, or do we put him on the wing? Stephen McDonald, we know Stephen McDonald's good. We know Chatoyo's good. They were there last season. We could put Cretero on the wing, couldn't we? And then we could have stick in there like that, and then we can put the man of the people up top, and we'll see how he gets on. That could be an option. Yeah, let's go positive as well, actually. Let's try that. So yeah, a couple of changes. Hopefully, even with a second string side, we should be winning this game, right? You would think. So Gurring is still playing, Burrows is still playing. After that, everyone else, and the goalkeeper obviously is still the same, but everyone else has changed. They've got a striker called Jameson. Oh, God. We know what's going to happen here, don't we? Everyone get your fingers over that clip button, because the inevitable is going to happen. Burke just puts the ball down the channel. No one's going to go for it. Or into the corridor of uncertainty. Someone was there using that as their username yesterday. Loved it. Right. Oggy up over the top. Hunter's chasing on for it. Brave header off the post though. It was a brave header. Keeper came charging out. I like Hunter. He's happy to put himself about. We're only a couple of minutes in, but take it as a positive for now. Johnson, Cretero, Hunter. 5 minutes in. Both of the newbies combining. I say both of the newbies. Pretty much everyone's a newbie. Johnson's new as well. Crossfield ball. Cretero volleys it back across goal. Hunter's there just to tap it in. Makes it 1-0. That's what you want. Get him wheeling off, get his confidence up early doors. Hanks with a free kick. Deflected over the top goal. Evans. Ball comes back to him. Back post Cretero. Oof. Unmarked. Burke. Hunter. Great ball in, great header. Man's done it again. 2 goals in 12 minutes. For those who said get him in, I will play against lower league opposition, but you know, he's taking his chances, right? That's what we want. Good ball back in by Burke as well. Miles onside. Miles onside. Easy, easy, says George. I think Hunter's even got the captain's armband as well. I think it's interesting in there. We've defended well. Peoples, Johnson, play the ball back into Peoples. Go on, slide him in. Oof. I could say he's ported down the gauntlet. JM. You could absolutely say that. You're right. And I would say that. Oh, he's got a third. 17 minutes in. He's got himself his hat-trick. He's already the top scorer at the club now. I mean, it's a great ball back in, isn't it? It's Cretero who puts the ball in. Triple H. In he comes. Hello, Lelujo. Welcome in. Welcome everybody. how the devil are we? How's the end of the season? Did you win? Was there trophies? Where were we? Welcome in everyone, by the way. Appreciate all the raiders, new followers and everyone. Sherko says hello, QE says hello, Lucky Pose, Sherko of course is the follower there as well. Editor Chris, welcome in, appreciate your follow also. Archduke Melon with a follow. This is the they won the Champions League. Get in. Absolutely fantastic. Love that. Congratulations, Illusion. Is that the save over then? Is that it done with Peterborough? Because there's last season's shirt, still hanging proud in the background. Edric's gone, I believe. I understand. So who's the new person? Who's our new number 9? Who's our new forward? Oh, it's top the group stage. It was up there for a second and now it's been pulled all the way back down to go, just lols, not really doing that. Save, welcome in Craig. The save is pretty good, to be honest. We're doing what's called the British Steel Challenge now. Some of you may or may not be familiar with that. That's a ridiculous own goal that's just been scored there. Basically the plan is to win everything, leagues and cups in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. We are in the 5th season of this save now and we're still in Northern Ireland. We're in the Championship. We started off at Banbridge because you're meant to start unemployed with no experience, no credentials, nothing like that. Start unemployed and just try and get yourself a job and see where you end up. It's a massive journeyman save, really. I am Flicks, appreciate the follow. Shroom, appreciate the follow as well. So what we've got is you then start and just try and sort of work your way around it. We had 3 seasons at Banbridge in the 3rd division of Northern Irish football. We got promoted into the Championship, which is the 2nd division, and we won 1 of the 4 competitions that there is in Northern Ireland. Also, spoiler alert, some of the trophies in Northern Ireland are regional in the 3rd division, so you can't dominate Northern Ireland with one team and then get all these trophies because you only play in one region of cups in the 3rd division. So we have to go back at some point to go back into the 3rd division of Northern Irish football, so that might be years down the line. Last season though, we were sort of like floundering a bit with Banbridge. We thought we weren't really going to get promoted, like we were knocked out of the cup, so we thought there's nothing we can really do. We thought, do we stay or do we try and go and pick up a new job? Portadown job came available. Now they've been relegated from the Premiership at the start of that season, so they are the biggest fish in this pond. They were below Banbridge when we took them over. They were 10th out of the 12 teams in the league. We finished 7th, so we did sort of move up the table. We lost 2 games in the league in something like 15 or whatever towards the back end of the season, so we're pretty happy. We just missed out on the promotion groups, which was a bit of a shame, but you know, it was a rebuild process in the summer. Everyone left. We're all on like short-term contracts, loans and stuff. We've brought in 17 players this summer, and it's taken a bit of time for those players to gel because we lost our first 3 league games despite expected to win the league. Our odds are 1 to 91 to win the league, like, so it's kind of like expected, really, and that's purely on reputation alone, I'm guessing. This, however, is Hunter just missing Johnson off the line. This is a cup game, the Middlester Cup. Now we're playing Bourneview, who are they're a lower league side, so we went 3-0 up after about half an hour. A guy called Hunter here, he's on his debut, he's got himself a hat-trick, so he's having a decent afternoon, to be fair, so can't really complain with that. But yeah, in terms of the challenge itself, it's a big one, and it's a lot of fun. So if that's the sort of thing that you're interested in, then yeah, absolutely drop a follow on that as well. We've dropped links to the Discord, so again, come and join the Discord. And also, I should probably tell you, if you don't know, that I'm also the host of the Football Manager Show by The Athletic, so come and have a little listen to the podcast that we do every single Wednesday. Not today though, we're on our Christmas holidays. There's a Christmas thing coming around, don't know if you've heard about it, it's quite popular this year, but it's good. It's good we get to do that as well. So yeah, come and hang out. Loads of cool things we do around here. And yeah, I think if you like the Lujo, then yeah, you might be tempted to hang out with us as well. So that's totally cool. And as I say, my lot, make sure you follow Kev. And if you're not doing that already, why? You know, he's been doing this years. You know, man's a legend. Swapped Mullen Hanks, good spot there. Year on. Typhoon Dan, hello mate, welcome in. You're from the Lujo raid, nice to see you. Welcome in. Also, if you have come from the raid, let me know who you're managing on your saves, because it's always interesting to find out what sort of saves people are doing. Is anyone still on FM22 as well? Because I know obviously some people might wait till Christmas for FM23. If you are, massive thumbs up to you, by the way, because FM22 is awesome. I'm a big fan of FM23 as well, to be honest. I know some people are a bit unsure about it, but I don't mind it. Shroom's still on FM21. Shroom, massive respect for that. FM21 was where we started streaming. That's where we fell in love with Peterborough. Was FM21. So we've had a little bit of sort of like, what was last year? Last year was Indonesia, and then we ended up at Norwich. So we got there. This year, of course, is as I say, the British steel. So we do a lot of journeyman style stuff around here. So that's our thing. Rogi saying started a Costa Brava saving FM22. They're not in FM23, so that might be my project until the job money rolls back in. I like the sound of it. Just browsing, watching people catch up on FM23, see how it goes. Cody Peoples gets his goal. He's got a debut goal as well. Nice to see that. Yeah, that makes sense, Typhoon. The old try before you buy. Best way of doing it. Grishin, every push up $1. Are we doing push-ups? Is that a thing? How many push-ups do you want? I can do 5. Despite the fact I do the people's app. Despite the fact I'm a CrossFitter, my press-ups are so bad. So bad. Deadlift, do a decent deadlift, but press-ups, man, like, just so poor. Who do I support? I support Sunderland. That's kind of probably my answer at this point. Take it or leave it. I mean, well, we could do it. We could do a press up for $1. How's the podcast going? Haven't had a chance to come to the last couple. Yeah, it's still there. Fish, absolutely there. Get yourself on it. In fact, tell you what, you can't even see. You can't really see with the thing, but I'll tell you how many I'm doing. Right. So do this then. Right. Okay. Right. I'll do you 5. I'll do you 5. Okay. Chairs out the way. Okay. I did 10. There you go. $10. $10 worth of press-ups. Chalk that off as we work out for the day. Gone. Oh god, we have to listen to wheeze in the mic. To be honest, Mrs. J, just be happy I've got my t-shirt on. Normally in CrossFit, it's off straight away. But yeah, there will be wheezing now. Fisho, appreciate the follow as well, by the way. That's very kind of you. And Typhoon Dan as well got in. And BT Silent Bob as well. Thank you very, very much indeed. We've got to play Crew United in the next round of the Cup. We've come from Kev complaining about his failing body to press-ups. Oh, I mean, Kev's doing great, though. Kev's lost a bit of weight. He's lost a lot of weight. It's hard work, though. That's the problem. Like, a press-up, you'd think is like an easy thing, but trying to do it is difficult. Like, you need to modify it, do it from your knees, you know? Sorry, excuse me. Like, there's no shame in, like, press-ups on your knees, or do, like, a sort of hand release, so, like, sort of straight down to the floor, pick your hands up, put them back on the floor, and push yourself back up again. Like, that's the thing, they don't have to be strict push-ups from the start, like... But I guess if people just take it as I think people take it as a thing you can just do. Like, it's like when you go into the gym and like sort of you go, oh yeah, we're gonna do pull-ups, and like, oh, okay, pull-ups, right? That's gonna take a while, because like trying to sort of lift your body weight is tricky, because most people weigh quite a bit, you know. And if you're not used to lifting your own body weight, then it's tricky. Like, I can't bench my own body weight yet, and so pull-ups take a while for me to sort of string together, but. Same with press-ups as well. And then, of course, there's the actual cardio element as well for it. So, and you're breathing and all that sort of stuff. So, you know, do a few planks. Yeah, do it on your knees as well. As I say, get on your knees, do it that way. Like, down, press yourself back up. And then, like, no one's expecting you to do it first time, are they? Like, this is the second division of Northern Irish football, Typhoon. So, we're expected to win the title by some way. But... Let's just ease those expectations right now, okay? Let's ease those expectations. It's the big one, though. We're up against Banbridge, our old employers. So the save itself is quite random, obviously. We obviously started, way back down, which was obviously we started unemployed, then we ended up at Banbridge, which is our first club. So we've also had players from that club in the stream, which is pretty cool. They've sort of come in and said hello and stuff. So a few back and forths on Twitter and that, which has been great. Obviously, they've not come back since we've left, which is a bit worrying, but never mind. Definitely check your spelling, Craig. Definitely. Right. So in terms of changes, then, that's obviously the second string side. Let's go back to what we think is going to be the first team. So Chris Gallagher comes back in instead of Oggy. Phil Johnson can stay. I think Cretero actually starts out wide, Let's give him a try. We can always pull him back if needs be. Curran obviously comes in place of ironically in place of Hunter. I think Hunter's gonna have to be second fiddle. We'll put him in. And I think that Dolby can be on the bench in place of the People's Elbow. I think Toulouse can come back in place of Burke. Evans staying at centre back or Richards? Evans or Richardson? What do we think? Options on Grimsby Town. I mean, Grimsby Town's there's definitely options there, I think. Evans to play against Banbridge is quite a story, isn't it? Don't tinker with the squad that's just won. There is that, but they're all set. But that's this. But it's the second string, isn't it? It's the second string. Do I want them to go straight back out? Because if we lose, then it's like, oh, there's an issue there. I think Curran and Hunter, can they be a partnership maybe? Cretaro's going to stay on. Johnson's going to stay on. We're going to put Chris Gallagher back in place of Oggy. Toulouse back in place of Burke. But other than that, it's the same side. So let's see how we get on. Pick up where we left off. That's what we want. So Cretaro's playing slightly higher as this sort of advanced left midfielder. Eden Sports Mad, how are we, buddy? Even come in, don't touch something that's not broke. I mean, we say that, don't we? We say that. 4-3-3. What bloody witchcraft are Banbridge coming up with? 4-3-3. Well, I never. Hope you're well, though, Sports Mad. Welcome in, buddy. So Portadown in red, Banbridge in white and blue. Fernando, appreciate the follow. Unless I've already said appreciate the follow. Have a second shout out. So now I've got a bit of nerves. DJ Pedro going up there. Don't you injure him either. Koltov, you didn't help me yesterday. Did I not? What was I supposed to do yesterday? Remind me. It was late. Curran at the back post. You asked me to talk out of buying a PC. No, what I did, Jack, was I said you absolutely need to do that. And it sounds like you've done it. So, yeah, I think you've probably made the right decision, mate. And because of that, have yourself a shout out. So make sure you go and follow the Cult of. By the way, he's just bought a new computer, so he's going to get even better content than he's been knocking out. He's been knocking out some great stuff recently. And the same for content. Hey-oh. It's cheap, innit? It's too cheap. But it's Christmas. My credit card doesn't agree. Your credit card knows nothing. Right? Just tell your credit card that it's all fine. McCrudden pulls it back. Yes, Trek, how are you, buddy? Welcome in, my man. Nice to see you. Hope life's treating you good. Are we still on for Clifton Moor Tesco's on Friday? Hashtag last minute shopping. Dad's on the lash. Curran. Heads up, Curran. Johnson. Back post. Cretaro straight at it. Oh, have results improved? Sort of, in a sense. In the sense that we've now won a game. So yes, there is that. Lost, obviously, like you say, you saw last night, we lost our first 2 league games, won a game in the cup. We then lost our 3rd league game when we came on stream tonight. We then won a league game, which is good, and we've just won a game in the cup. So this is now our 3rd match tonight. Second league game, ball's flipped through. There's Hunter, straight at the keeper. So yeah, we hope that after 17 signings that maybe there'll be a little bit of time for these players to gel, but once they do gel, I'm expecting big things. Loving long ball. It's not long ball football, it's direct football. It's direct. It's a long pass, it's not a long ball. Trek's already called me out as a bloody football dinosaur. You know? I saw your video. I gave you the tactic for it. You know, it's agricultural football. Sometimes it's, look, everyone can play their game different, right? Everyone can play their game different. I've got a trequartista in my Sunderland save. I've really started pushing the boat out. You know, I'm playing what I know rather than anything else at the minute. Damien Hunter with his goal. And let's face it, right? I'm a 42-year-old man wearing a Phil Collins t-shirt. We're playing 4-4-2 and we're playing fairly long ball, right? Look at the stay of the goal. Great, isn't it? Brilliant. The defensive, the fact that it's bounced off the defender, that's the problem. Like, I can't cope for that. And Barton's been sacked. Oh, mate. Oh dear. Typhoon Dan, appreciate you coming in, man. Nice chatting off to bed. Good luck with the games, mate. I appreciate you. Hopefully we'll see you soon. We've got our last stream before Christmas tomorrow night, so if you're about, pop yourself in, but if not, have a lovely Christmas, and we'll hopefully see you soon. But yeah, look, we get what we do, don't we? Barton in with the prime. 2 months. Appreciate you, buddy. I'm aware that you're obviously crying on your save at this point, but hey, time for another job though, right? Go and take Barry elsewhere. Pop in for the streams tomorrow night. Appreciate it, Dan. Thank you very much. But the thing is, though, right? So with this match engine right now, okay. And I don't want to be the guy who has to talk about the match engine on the stream all the time, because it's just not a thing. I think people are here for a bit of chat, a bit of entertainment, a bit of distance. Like, the game itself is almost irrelevant at times when we're streaming here. So for me, right? I could easily plug an asymmetric system in here that I know is going to work and I know is going to play well in the match engine. But I just don't want to. Like, I just don't want to. For me, like, I know an asymmetric formation is probably more realistic, you know, because obviously real football is asymmetrical, you know, in the way that it's laid out. I know everyone expects things to be flat, but instructions and rules are slightly more asymmetric. So I get that in this match engine, an asymmetric formation would be perfect. Last year's asymmetric formation would probably kill in this match engine, right? But I sort of feel as though that was last year. Like, I did that last year, and I got it working, and I might still use it for PvP. I might do something different, I don't know. But I think for this challenge, it's kind of like, just let's have some fun, let's play around. Like, the first thing they said was, you know, oh, low block works. All right, cool. Well, let's have a little work. Let's see if it does work. That was my first thought. Going, well, let's see if it does. You know, and I know you can work it so many different ways, but I need to understand the basics first of all to then work out, right, what else can I do with it? And I'm a fairly slow learner, as people in this stream will probably know. So, yeah, it is what it is. Plus, yeah, there is also that thing of somehow that's just how I see football as well. You know, it's like, yeah, fine. That's how the game goes. You know, give me Catenaccio. I'd love to get Catenaccio working, but I haven't been able to understand it just yet. Curran! There we go, that's more like it. That's not long ball, is it? Is it? Might be. Don't know. It's a goal anyway, doesn't really matter. Even Ryan Watson, how are you, man? Look at that. Ball down the channel. One touch, back across the goal. Curran finishes it off. 2-0. 3 points. please try Catenaccio at some point. I would love to get it working, Cult of. I would love it. I might sit and try and pick your brains, actually, to be honest, on how we get it to work. Because I had a cracking formation in Italy last year, and I was playing an offline save. It was a 4-1-2-2-1, and I was playing in Serie C. Again, the idea was I wanted to play narrow. I wanted to play out from the back. I wanted to play quite slow and possession based, but it wasn't quite Catenaccio. So again, I'd be interested to sit and work out how that happens. The Derby Della Jameson finally has a winner. Yeah, I've put a Portadown flag in the halfway line. The Banbridge lot are pissed off. They're really pissed off. Evening Rade, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. It's a spectacular at the Danny Blanchflower Stadium. The Danny Blanchflower Stadium? Oof. Excellent. Wavelberry, I tried the traditional Catenaccio formation in last year's, got the formation working pretty well, but it wasn't the style. That could be a problem. That could be a big thing in it. Like, if you've got the idea of how you want to play, but it's just not quite... I mean, ironically, odds are going to play Catenaccio against us. So, and they're playing with so many men in the midfield and in defence as well. So it's like, right, this is going to be interesting because they've just been relegated, to see sort of like how they're going to perform and how we're going to perform against them, to be honest. So I'm tempted to sit quite deep myself, to be honest, and let them then come at us. Evening Legend the Hidden, how are you? Welcome in. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe, I know we're on mid block, but I'm tempted to maybe go low block and sort of just leave them to it, you know? Be like, right, we're not coming at you. We're not counter pressing. You know, we might regroup and set ourselves quite deep anyway. Evening, Owen. How are you, man? Welcome in. So yeah, that might be the thing. Obviously, sit balanced. I've played cautious as well. I've really enjoyed playing cautious this year. It's again, that's like a mentality shift, because that's what I've noticed more than anything with this game is, this version, I should say, sorry, is shifting the mentalities around rather than the actual tactic and the instructions and the roles. Just switching those little mentalities and being like, right, go cautious, go balanced, and getting a different outcome at that point as well. We could easily sit low block, absolutely. Legend of the Hidden, Merry Christmas. Here's a Prime sub. Appreciate you, Legend of the Hidden. Thank you very much for that. That's very, very, very kind of you indeed. Love that. Appreciate it. We could even sit with two DMs and really shithouse them up. You know, move our guys back here and go, right, there you go. We're going to do that. Come at us. Yeah, you want to sit deep? Sit deep. Fine. We're not going anywhere. Respect the point. We can go 3 matches unbeaten here. Yeah, and I'm more than happy with that. Dougie Wilson wants to start more games. I mean, I get that, Dougie. Right. Work hard and you can get in the team. It's the fact we're away. We did it with Banbridge. We just yeah, that was the way we did it. But I mean, at Banbridge though, we were expected to lose every game. That's the problem. Like, you can kind of get away with it a little bit more that way. But I guess there's going to be sort of like moments where we have to be the dominant side. We have to start pushing forward and like trying to assert ourselves on the game. This match, I don't think, is that game. I think this match we can sit back a little bit, see if they're going to come to us. They might not. And we'll just see what happens. Banbridge have come under fire on the fine run under James McLaughlin. Look, he's doing well. Let James McLaughlin do what he needs to do. Mrs. J, 20 months of Mrs. J. Wow. Coming on a 3-month streak. 3 months? What's happened there? We won a lot of games with DMs. We did, actually. We did. You really want to relive football Italia from the 90s with your tactics? Oh, sports mad. 100% is what I want. That's what I want to do. Like, definitely want to do that. But the problem is that also makes me want to manage in Italy. And we can't get another save on the go. I've got this. I've got Sheffield Wednesday, with the Football Manager Show challenge. Obviously, I've still got my Sunderland offline save, which I'm really enjoying, by the way. I'm enjoying just playing that as just a normal thing. We will do the end of season video for that. Villa, I'll just finish the save and I'll sim the last couple of seasons, just because that's an easy way of getting that video out. I don't really want to play much more at Villa. It's quite boring, to be honest. So I'll sort of boost that one off. But yeah, Sunderland's actually quite good fun. I'm in season 3 sort of transfer window now, so we can start planning for next year and getting some signings in. So yeah, there might well be a season 3 video coming. So keep your eyes peeled. I need to do season 3 for Banbridge. No, season 4 for Banbridge as well, don't I? Get that video done. So yeah, good job. I got some time off over Christmas, right? Got some YouTube videos edited. And then I'll be back out of sync as well by the time that comes out, and then I'll be chasing my tail again. So it's just how it works, sadly. Legend of the Hidden always is weird when some teams can't travel well the odd season. Some teams are just epic away from home, but at home can't just sleep. Yeah, that's the thing. There's so many sort of weird variables, isn't there? Sometimes it's about pressure, innit? If you can't play with the pressure of your home fans. There's that psychological aspect, I suppose, and you're a bit freer when you're away from home. You're not expected to do anything. There's not the fans on your back. There's loads of articles about sort of COVID football, particularly from Germany when they ran all the stats. They were finding that away teams were getting much better results when there was no fans in the stadium, because obviously they weren't then playing with the pressure of the home crowd. So that's obviously an interesting thing. Plus, then you've got some teams who, would probably have their own home crowd, would be a little bit of pressure. Steven Gerrard and Rangers. So some clubs probably benefited from not having fans in a weird way. Those players were then able to be a bit freer and not have to be pressured after 15 minutes if things are going wrong. Great ball at the back post. COVID football looked like training games. It was weird. It did, yeah. As a spectacle, it looked different, but as a thing, it was I guess it's, in a sense, it was better than nothing. And it was what it was. Curran, decent effort. Oh yeah, we got Evans back. Sorry, Owen. Yeah, should have mentioned that. You didn't see it. We also brought 3 strikers in tonight as well. So 2 on loan and one permanent signing, which is Hunter here, who's just got the tackle in there. So happy. Critaro is another one, but we're playing him out wide. And then we got Cody People, the People's elbow. Curran chased it almost. Purcell launches it back. Nicely played by Burrows. That was class. Johnson can't pick a pass. We could maybe go up to balance, couldn't we? Well, having said that, we've got enough of the ball at this point. Critaro in for Curran. Yes. Yeah, we got Gurung as well. For fairly cheap, maybe 200 quid or less than 200 quid a week. So, not very expensive. I think we've definitely spent as much money as we possibly could to try and get this team promoted this year. So, if it all fits in, we should have a very good side. Curran with the finish though. Critero on the wing looks like a masterstroke so far. He's hanging out all right there, isn't he? He's definitely given us something. Johnson just hits an absolute whaler there. Yeah, I think, obviously when he came in, Dolby was like, oh, he's coming for my position. And we were like, yeah, sort of, but he seems to have a good time out there. So we'll see. It's early doors, but yeah, that might be the pick. You once said Curran started scoring, he'll go on. That's 2 now. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, he just needed that. Get the first one, wasn't it? Then start to open get the confidence running again. To be fair, I reckon 2 DMs and Gurung can become obscene. I think you probably. Have you used it before? Owen, was it yourself? Was it using Gurung, or was it Dan? But I think you're right. I think he has got that defensive quality that we like and will need at some point. What a ball that is! Johnson pulls it back. Curran off the post. He's looking a bit sharper now, isn't he? He's got his sharpness back. A set of diagrams between highlights, part of the skin of vanilla. None of this is the new skins. This is Tato that we're currently using. So you do get some extra bits of data as part of the skin, or data that you can view, I should say. So the data is obviously already in the game, but yeah, you do get to see some extra bits and bobs, and it's obviously set out like an iPad, so you can sort of, when we drop to the next thing, I'll show you what we mean by it, because it's there's some really, really good stuff. Great ball back. Oh, that should have been 2-0. That should have been 2-0. I love how attacking we played, despite the fact we're uncautious as well. It's Teo Crisps made me a Portadown. Nice link. Yes. I'm a big fan of Teo Crisps as well, actually, to be honest. Seen them given. What a great name. Great name. I'm watching on my phone. It's small for me to see. Got you. So what I'll do, I'll pause it when it comes to the next highlight for you, and I'll explain what's going on. So Purcell with the ball, headed out right. So here, okay. So this obviously is the new skin. So this is your iPad view essentially. Not as much of this is as customizable as I thought it was. So we can change some stuff here. If we don't want the match story, we can have so that just pops out. It's this one that's the only one we can change focus, attacks, and zones. For some reason, it's decided to jump straight in there and change up. But let's go back here. All this, you've got your analysis, which you can break down a little bit more. You can go deep in your stats, which you can add as well, so you can add more stats in here. So if you want like PPDA and stuff in there as well, which we've got progressive passes. Look at that, all your stats fans, Jack and Trek, where are you? 28 progressive passes, thank you very much, in here. High intensity sprints, 34. Home stats, and that breaks it down to every player. Away stats as well, of course. We can change these as well. So your body language, you can see how they're getting on, or you can see their actual defending stats or general stats or whatever. Things with set pieces, how they're getting on. So again, you can do all that if you want to go deep diving. These are where your shots come on. There's your heat map, and then of course you've got your passing network as well. So again, you can see that tactics actually doing what you want it to be doing. And that's free. That's a free download. Wow, look, there's so much work gone into this. It's obscene, isn't it? We're having a good game. We're having a good game so far, but we need that second goal just to kill it off, don't we? Johnson, Toulouse. Ball launched forward. Hunter's going for it. He's got it. Curran's just backed away. Johnson. Oof. Tried to pick the top corner. Even Northern Pilgrim, welcome in. How are you? Pleasure to see you as always, buddy. Hope life's treating you good. How was the stream? Did you manage to get working tonight? Curran. Straight at the keeper. Do you find that they help with the decisions over vanilla, or is it more of a match engagement? To be fair, playing it offline, I probably use it a little bit more. Online, I probably should use it more, but I'm conscious of the fact that like sometimes we just need to get through things, but I know that people like seeing all that sort of stuff as well. Partly I don't. I'm not as clever as everyone else who can use it. So for me, I'm sort of losing it. I'm sort of learning it as I go behind the scenes, to be honest. A few gremlins tonight, but no trolls, mate. You know, I don't understand what's going on at the minute with Twitch. There's a few knobheads are floating around, and it's shit that you're getting them, but it's nice to have you back in though, buddy. And I'd say hopefully with that shout out, hopefully people go and drop Northern Pilgrim a follow. He's been streaming a while. He's having a little bit of a couple of tech issues recently, but he's back streaming now. A couple of health issues as well. He wasn't very well. He's back. Let's make sure the trolls don't win. Go and give him some love. We do need that second goal. I'm going to start to make a change actually in a second, because we've got players who are on yellow cards. We've got players who are tiring. That's a penalty. How is that a penalty? Unbelievable. We've been all over them. Lavery. Oh. Never. Unbelievable. You're going to put that straight down the middle, innit? Did we tempt fate there, did we? I think so. Their keepers keeping them in it, but also our poor finishing is part of it as well, to be honest. So it's a bit of a mixture. It's fine though, like, you know, we'll take it. A 1-all's like, respect the point, isn't it? You know, we won't have to worry too much. In fact, we're playing well enough that we're in that situation. We've hit the post, I think, 3 times. Dolby needs to turn quicker. Johnson, head back up. Oh, pull it back for Curran, man. That's what we need to do. 81 minutes. Dropping encouragement on them. Gallagher, corner. Dolby's on, by the way, for Hunter. Dolby with a header just over the top. Richardson's come on as well for Burrows. He's on the yellow card. Purcell launches it to Lou. It's into nobody. That's a worry. Going to be disappointed if we lose the game from here, mind. Evans, Trataro, long ball. Curran doesn't challenge for it. Gallagher picks it up though. Dolby, there's loads of space over there. I think we go back cautious, don't we? Try and not do anything too silly. Cratero gives the ball away. Up over the top there. They fancy it now, don't they? A second penalty! You've got to be kidding me. Oh, Jesus. I don't believe this. Saved! Oh. Damn it. 89th minute. 89th minute. Oh. The ref's not been bribed. Our defenders have just been ridiculous, haven't they? The first one was soft. The second one was carnage. Now Dolby's got injured. Oh. This is, as Rogie says, this is what it is. If you've come in from the Lujo stream, by the way, this is what we do around here. We have these sorts of moments. Oh, Jesus. Not 3. Not 3. Three's too harsh. Another corner. The keeper's kept them in it, absolutely, but we should have finished it. It's not just their keeper. Our finishing has been poor. Like, look at that. 24 shots, 10 on target, and we've lost 2-1. Oh. Even in the match momentum, look. they didn't have a sniff. And they scored off the back of us being in charge. Evening, Zims, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. Big shout out, by the way, for my man Zims. Mate, if you've not just seen this game, man, this has been absolutely crazy. It happens in real life. You're right, Hid Legend. That's the thing. We've bossed it. Absolutely bossed the game, right? Everything, all over the place. We've just ran the show. 24 shots, 10 on target. They've got 8. They've got 4. We've XG's up at, like, I know XG's not a thing, but like stats wise, 52 progressive passes, 60 sprints. We've won all of our headers. Tackling's better. Pass completion's better. Possession's better. Shots are all over the place. Heat map is just us. Got beat 2-1, didn't we? Got beat 2-1. Look at that. Running the show here. Running the show. We give away a silly penalty, and then we poleaxe them for a second penalty. Oh, just... You've got to laugh. You've just got to laugh. Like, there's no point me kicking off about it and being like, oh, you know, this is bullshit. This is nonsense. And Dolby's out for 2 months now. Like... It just is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. But at least we know we've got a decent team there, though. Like, you know, we know we've got something. Never seen a great team it didn't happen to at least once. Exactly. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like, we can't be sitting there going, I've never seen this happen. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. But it's a bit frustrating. Home to Dollingstown, you think, what, keep the DMs in there? Oh, they are top, aren't they? They are top. Let's go back to double DMs. Unbelievable. I've just got to laugh. I've got to laugh. What are we meant to do with that? What are they going to do? How are they coming at us? They're 4-4-2. See, they're 4-4-2. No one's ripping on them. Do we keep Hunter up top? Do we try the people's elbow? Do we maybe put Soup up front, actually? There's an idea. Maybe switch, put Soup there. Got my new favourite role, which is a pressing forward on defend. See if that works. Give Hunter a bit of a rest. Because it's double poacher at that point, and it's like, I don't think double poacher is the way to go. What happened to Dolby? He was good. Yeah, he was. He's injured now, though. He's out for 2 months. He got a bit pissed off when we brought Crotaro in, though. He was just like, "Oh, has he come to like take my space?" It's like, no, he hasn't. He's come to play with you, but also, yes, he maybe has. What's the story, Jared's story? He looks decent, doesn't he? He looks very, very decent. 350 quid, we haven't got that sort of money. It's not going to happen. Could try McGrath. You reckon? Do you reckon he's ready? Not against the league leaders, surely. Not against the league leaders. I mean, he could well play in that midfield role. Absolutely wide target forward. 6'3". He lacks a bit of pace. I think what's our schedule looking like? Crew United next, and then Crew in the Cup. Ballin and Millard. We could, there's options to maybe give him some game time. See what's going on. An FM23 lineup with two midfielders with DLP on support and a ball winning midfielder on defend. Yeah, I think that there's definitely scope for that as well. I think on this one we've obviously gone with sort of defensive mode basically, primarily because of the lack of vision for a DLP. Really, I mean 10 and 11 could probably just about get away with it, but I think he's a better defensive midfielder than anything else. So we maybe put him as the ball winner actually. Or DM on support maybe. Try and play McGrath in place of Dolby as a target forward. I guess that's kind of the exact opposite of what we've done with Crotoro, then, isn't it? So it might work. It might well work. Let's keep him on the bench for now. No, yeah, let's bring Peoples off because he's another poacher, isn't he? I mean, Siggy could go in, couldn't he? Siggy's more of he's the ball winner. Let's do it like that. Because obviously Gurun gave away the penalty as well, so he needs to be punished at the same time. And probably Evans actually. Evans as well with a silly penalty to give away. But yeah, I think we do like a bit of a. There should be a bit of a mixture. Like we've normally played a thing with we've normally gone with like a ball winning midfielder and a centre midfielder on the when we have that sort of flat 4-4-2, but there's certainly a bit of experiment we can do. Try and change some stuff up. Just have a look at those players, see what they can actually do, But yeah, this one, Donaldstown, obviously we want to kind of keep ourselves locked down. There's no time for a team meeting at this point. We'll do it after the crew game, I think. DLP and a ball winner. Like a DLP would be great, but I just don't think we've got players who've got the vision to do that, So let's see how we get on. If we can get a draw, a draw will be handy. We'll take that. There's something to build on, isn't it? I mean, they're coming at us with form, though, aren't they? So 10 points clear. You go for the win. You got your believes out, have you? Okay, let's get those believes ready. It's a thing. We can do it. Formation looks like a drunk 4-3-3. Well, ours does. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, that's all about. Like, that's how. I guess when we talk about asymmetric formations, that's how it looks on paper when you're trying to explain it. But you could still say it's a 4-4-2, couldn't you? Barton's back in management with a game with Knock Breeder. Ooh, excellent. Welcome to Northern Ireland then, Barton. If a DLP doesn't have great vision, you go surround him with players and put them on shorter passing. Interesting. But then, what do you mean by surrounding with players? Who else am I going to put next to him? Like, surely we want to get him to actually do something with the ball, surely. Been playing a non-league football manager recently, same Restaurant Empire. Someone mentioned that before, didn't it? It might be yourself, actually, Legend. Sure, that was mentioned a few streams ago. When you said whole team meeting, I think, wow, we should go full Gordon Ramsay in that. You probably could. Curran nods it out. Critaro. Oh, let's break away. Nice ball. Johnson. Better pass. Good one. Yes! Great goal. Much better. That's what we're talking about. Proper counter-attack off the defending corner. Johnson picks the right pass. I thought he was going to play it back for Curran, actually, but he's gone for a goal himself. Lovely finish. That was a DM with the role of DLP defend, have two centre-backs and two centre midfielders close. Oh, okay. Got you. So there, essentially, he'd be fine. He could be the DLP, essentially. Did I mention it before when he started playing it this week? I haven't watched it maybe a month. Okay. In that case, someone else has mentioned the Legend, so you're not the... someone else mentioned Restaurant Simulator. It piqued my interest. Oof, great save. Outstanding save, actually. That's what we're talking about. Right. Move these guys up a smidge because we want to make sure we don't concede again in the second half, in the end of the first half. Try and put some pressure on them. Blocked. Toulouse. I'll say that. We've called you invited more pressure on them. Drop them back down. Drop them back. Hold out on balance for now. Half time. 1-0. Right, okay. Cool. Very happy. No, I'm not the most random person here. It's a fun but old. Got ya. I mean, it's not going to be as intricate, but I like the idea of it, though. I think it's a pretty good idea. I had my eldest son playing Farm Simulator today on the Xbox. He said the thing is, though, he spent all his time. He's like going, right, I'm going to go and plough the fields and that. He's like, right, I was like, right, good, do that. Then he spotted a train track and spent about 20 minutes trying to find the train. Just walking around going, I just want to see where the train is. I was like, there is one, mate. And he's like, no, we can walk the train track and we'll find one. I was like, right, okay. So he must have spent about 20 minutes. No trains. I had visions of just being run over by this train turning up, just him walking on the tracks and just being like, oh God. But yeah, nothing. I was just like, do you want to plough that field? He's like, nah. Find this train, mate. Curran. Did farm this minute 15, but nothing since. I think it's 17, I think we've got. One of those ones, I think it must have been one of those ones where it was cheap or whatever on Xbox Gold, or a free game on Gold maybe. I was like, you know what, let's get that. That could be quite good fun. Mrs. J actually spent one night, I was at a gig one night, new material night in town. This is when we lived in Newcastle. This is how long we've had this game. And she'd spent the amount of time I was out at the show trying new material. By the time I'd come back, or she'd just been sat just ploughing this one field. I was like, what are you doing? She said, I've been ploughing this field all night. I said, brilliant. It looked brilliant. She'd done a cracking job. But yeah, just this one field is all she'd done. I was like, okay, good. But then again, that's no different to playing this, is it? Cretor, what a goal. What a goal that is. I tell you what, he looks handy out there on that left wing, doesn't he? Beautiful passing. Soup dropping deep, doing what we wanted him to. Almost got involved again. Siggy with the ball through. And then Creton in at the bottom corner. 2-0 against the top of the table. Let's not say anything too like we've still got a lot of game left. We've not been dominating this game as much. Possession we're a little bit up. Shots wise we're a little bit under. Players who aren't really playing well, actually yeah, they have responded to praise, haven't they? Ironically, Soup's only on a 6.6. So he's the one who's actually playing the worst woman in the league. Yeah, Yaron's joined Owen. He's a believer. Owen said this during the summer recruitment, during pre-season. He was like, yeah, we're in the league. I was like, don't say it. Lost our first 2 games of the season after that. I was like, don't say it too loud. But I think this is the thing. When the team clicks, we look good. We do look good. And that's what we need to think about, isn't it? Like, you know, go right. Can we keep looking good? So make a couple of defensive changes, I think, just to freshen them up because players are starting to get a bit tired. So Evans and Mullen are coming on. We could maybe drop Soup into midfield. Could maybe drop a little 5-man midfield because Soup's not really having a great time, to be honest. 6.6. I think we'll do that now, actually. Let's drop another midfielder in there. Stick Gurung in. That'll do. To be fair, we've got the right system now. Hopefully we can push on. But again, see, it's all that thing about that slight asymmetry, isn't it? Which, you know, the match engine likes. And again, the double DMs that the match engine likes. Rather than sort of like building up a tactic of going, what do we like? Which I guess is sort of like we are doing that in a sense. But yeah, I think Trataro just slightly advanced. I'm amazed how well it's working, to be honest. I'm amazed. I was unsure whether he was going to be as good there. I thought maybe he'll just about get by. Siggy and Gureng in the wrong way out there. I tell you what, we can even put. Let's put McGrath on up top. Actually, you can have 5 minutes as a target forward, or pressing forward, and see how he gets on. Cretaro, Curran knocked down. Gallagher, Cretaro, almost with a through ball there. I thought it would have been great if we'd have got the third there. Gallagher, Cretaro might still get the third actually. Over here. Alright, we'll give McGrath a few minutes. Stick him out there as a pressing forward. On attack. If he touches the ball, I'll be delighted. Oh! Gurung gets the third. Scenes. Absolute scenes. Lovely dink by Gallagher. Gurung gets up. Back post 3-0 against the team who's top of the league. Get in. They've been FM now. Now it starts to make. Now it feels fair, right? And that's why you can't criticise the game, because eventually it all balances out, right? Like real football. Like real football. Yes, you get a bit of bad luck one match, but you might get it the second match. I can't believe they only had one shot on target. That's mad. What about that, though? Great result. Well happy with that. Properly ringing their bell with this one. Rogie, you're here all week, mate. Like, this is why you're here, right? 9 points. Now we're only 7 points behind Dollingstown. Now we can start to look up, right? I mean, they want a permanent deal. Damn right they do. This guy's been immense so far. Look at this. 7.3 average rating in the league. 3 appearances, 2 goals, 1 assist. 1 player of the match. He's had 2.46 dribbles. His shots on target is 69%. His actual metrics, 11 key passes. We've beaten Dollingstown for once. I know. God, sometimes it just feels like teams are just your nemesis, right? Legend of the Hidden, appreciate you. No worries, thank you very much. If I don't see you beforehand, have a lovely Christmas, mate. And we'll hopefully we might catch you tomorrow. But if we don't, as I say, have a great Christmas, and we'll see you soon, buddy. Pay him whatever he wants. Yeah, if we had some money, we would do. If not, we're gonna have to wait until the end of the season and try and get him in on a free. Because yes, he definitely looks like a talent, doesn't he? Put that back for tactics and teamwork again. And again, nothing too complicated in training either. Because we are semi-pro, remember, so we can't do too much. But 2 games now against Crew United. This is going to be big. Just chill vibes, Kultov. You gotta we don't want to go like too OTT as well, isn't it? Like we've got to be aware that it's a Wednesday night. It's a Wednesday night. We don't want people getting too like sort of hyped up or whatever, or sort of being like, oh, it's a bit depressing for a Wednesday, you know. Hannon looks decent, doesn't he? Looks very decent. Very decent indeed. He's on the shortlist. Gabby Rogers, the man that got away. He went to and yes, we know Cathal McGinty's good. We know he is. Tried to get him, he was having none of it. He's already left us. Rooney sacked by Everton, by the way. If anyone's just seen that, that's flashed up. Rooney sacked as Everton manager. Bit of international duty coming on as well. Gurung looks like he's going to go off on international duty, so we're going to lose him at some point. Defending analysis looking better, I think. Data hub wise, how are we? Things are starting to move. Nice interchanging on that left hand side. That's where the overload's obviously coming against Dollingstown, so that worked pretty well. Attacking wise, this is interesting that we're outperforming. I don't think we'd probably say that we were thinking that we were doing as well. Excuse me, but look at that. Cross completion 19.2, pass completion 74, expected goals 1.6, 16 shots a game. Like, pretty decent. Did we get manager of the month as well, did we? Nice. Lots of tackles, strong tackling, lots of headers, strong heading, high scoring, aggressive shooting. Lots of passes, accurate passes, fewer dribbles, frequently fouled. Quiet, leaky defence, that's the issue. That's the issue, quiet, leaky defence. Maybe not conceding a lot of shots, but when we do, they go in. But yeah, if we've got manager of the month, Curran gets the player of the month. That's what we're talking about. And there we go, Jameson, manager of the month. We are all manager of the month, by the way. All of us are manager of the month. That's how it works. Like, I can't take all the credit. We win. We win, I lose. That's how it works, right? So, yeah, if it wasn't for the lock all game, and that odds match was just, so frustrating. Evening, Viva, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you, hope you're well. Director of Football Cal McVeigh has praised Jameson for winning the Manager of the Month. There you go, see? Portadown have offered glimpses of what they're truly capable of. Yeah, we're truly capable of stuff. Cue us losing to Crew next. That's what we kind of expect will be a thing, right? Players that we might be losing in the summer: Dolby, Soup, Shields, Malado, sorry. Manager review starting to just like turn it back around again, because it was a little bit unsure, I guess, at the in the first month of the season. A couple of disappointing results more than anything, but yeah, we can hopefully turn that around. Dollingtown win makes up for it. Yeah, I mean, that was a huge win. Like, even the match against Ards, like, we looked good. A bit frustrating. It was a bit unlucky that we didn't get the win that we wanted, but we played well. We played very well, you know, and that's where we're at with it. So there's definitely an improvement. Can we keep improving? Fingers crossed. Hope so. That's all we've got to do. Each game as it comes. I know it sounds cliche, doesn't it? But it is absolutely each game as it comes down. Suggesting Phil Johnson as an inverted winger rather than a winger. Is that because we can attack this fullback? McGuinness is good, mind. Do we keep it as it is? Do we change a winning formula? No, we sat deep. We got what we had to do. I guess we roll out as we do, don't we? Do not think. Yes, I heard Phil Jones, and it's not Phil Jones. Sadly, it's not Phil Jones. When one door closes, another opens. We could have beaten ours, lost to Dollingstown. Who knows? Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. There's so many ways that this game could have played out. So, you know, we've done what we've done. Celebrate the wins, work on the losses. That's what we have to be doing, right? I mean, form-wise, we'd have taken that, wouldn't we? 4 wins out of 5. We would absolutely have taken that. A win could potentially move us as high as 4th. It probably won't, given obviously, you know, other sort of like permutations with other clubs, but I mean, that's a hell of a markup, isn't it, from starting the stream bottom of the table. So yeah, let's just maybe set up a Twitch bot that says "Do not tinker." Yeah, I think maybe we do that. Good save, double save actually. Oof. That's not what we wanted. Didn't want that. I mean, well, we wanted the save. We didn't want the chances that came with it, though, sadly. Let's get the ball away. Johnson picks it up. Can we counter-attack on it? They've got enough men back now, I think. Cretaro. Soup. Siggy, Toulouse. Cretaro. In. Not quite there for Curran, sadly. Toulouse just sort of didn't quite go for that ball there. Drop a bit of encouragement on them, I think. It is a good shout, to be honest. I need to sit like this, don't I? Like throughout the whole stream. It's like whenever we pick like raid in and be like, is he being held hostage? Like, yeah, definitely. Send help. Oof. It's the woodwork goes over. We're not offering as much this match, to be honest. I think, are we conscious that we can draw? 6 interceptions from Burrows. That's pretty decent. Hanks acts as if he's used to playing a higher tempo. Interesting. Okay. Siggy's not having a great time though, he's a bit stressed. Let's turn that tempo off. Let's put Gurring on for him. And I'm thinking maybe let's start that way. We can always then drop back if needs be. Cautious isn't a bad shout actually. I'm thinking let's have like a sort of 5-minute blast in the second half, see if we can sort of like hit them on the break quickly, or sort of like impose ourselves quickly in the second half. If not, then drop back, revert to type, and then sort of like go from there really. You know, look to grow back in the game again. So 3 shots, at least we've actually had a shot this time. 4 shots now. Curran's on a 6-3, Soup's on a 6-3. Cautious is bringing us nothing really. So let's have a quick little look around. What can we do? What can we change? McGrath's looking apprehensive. Stedman? Hunter's looking nervous. Right, who's going to come on and do something? Do we potentially look to... I mean, is moving Cretaro a bad idea? Putting him there and then putting Stedman behind, is that a bad idea? You know, and then like having Cretaro sort of like be a bit more attacking, maybe like press or be the advance forward. Would that work? He's a big lad. He might get himself in the way. McGrath on the left. Use him as the wide target forward. Let's try that. See if it works. Let's go balanced as well, actually. Dropping encourage on there. See what can happen. Gurring, Burrows. Johnson, balls through, Curran's away. Oh, it's the defender. Hanks, Johnson, Hanks pulls it back. He's only gone and done it. Appreciate you, Owen. Well played. GG's. Great shout. Great shout. No one was expecting McGrath coming off the bench and getting potentially the winner. Nobody. It's Leon. Appreciate the follow as well, by the way. Yeah, huge props to Owen. That's a great shout, by the way. Sticking McGrath on. Well done. No. Oh dear. The actual manager forgot to maybe put the pull the defenders back though. Pull the midfielders back. He just gets... To be fair, it's a good goal. There's not much you can do about that, is it? A draw's a draw. As long as it doesn't become worse. Long ball. Heads away. Can we have a go? Can we have a go? One more. Hanks. Johnson, what have you got in here? Curran's away. Can he find the back post? Cretaro. Oh. That was his moment. Just needed him to get it on target. 1-0. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Respect the point. Yeah, respect the point. McGrath came off the bench, got his goal. Stop changing formations. even they know what's going on. All right, chill out, Anna Maguire, if that is in fact your real name. Unbelievable. feel like I'm being griefed. A draw's not bad. A draw isn't bad. You know, as long as we can win the cup now, win the cup match, that's what we need to do. I think set ourselves out the same way. Got the bot's name now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we know exactly who it is. I mean, I think we play the same way. Critaro's come to scrutiny. No, he hasn't. He's been brilliant. At least the tactical change got us a draw. Does the board not care about this competition? I don't know if they do, but we certainly do as part of this this save. Which one are we in now? Is it the Bet McLean? Bet McLean, yeah. So be competitive. We've not won this yet. Or the Mid-Ulster, sorry. Mid-Ulster Challenge 4. So, yeah. We need to win it. We haven't won it yet. If we get knocked out, we get knocked out. Obviously, the big one is the Northern Irish Cup. That's the one they want us to do well in. They had no chances on cautious mentality. True, but then neither did we really. That's the thing, isn't it? So might have to loan him out actually, rather than telling him that he can have another shot. But we'll see. Yeah, Singh would have been great, wouldn't he? He would have been very good actually coming in. McGuinness again looks like a decent striker, a decent player. Right, we're going to keep it as we are. We're going to keep McGrath as the little surprise off the bench. But you know what? Let's put James Knowles on there. He could be a bit of experience coming on, maybe. Or Wilson. Or do we just trust the youth? Let's trust the youth, actually. We might have to do that. We might have to put him there. Right. Same side. Doing the same things, hopefully. There you go. Yeah, trust Jameson. This is... See, in Jameson we trust... Yeah, shut up. Like, Justin Nelson, we like you. You're fine. Right. He can be the guy. Very rare we have a Trust Jameson hashtag going on, isn't there? To be honest, we don't really... I think we can only have 5 subs here, so... Like for like... What about Oggy? Is Oggy not a better like for like replacement? They're both sort of like central midfielders essentially, aren't they? But then it means we don't then have McGrath, we don't have Hunter on the bench. Let's keep McGrath off, actually. Let's do that. We can move. Can we actually put anybody else moving around, or is it... Is Mullen likely to be used? You just don't know, do you? I guess the thing is, if we put Mullen on, then of course he's going to come off. Let's put Hockey there. Right, let's go. Let's go. We're going to be fine. Let's see. Okay. Let's go out for it. See if we can get ourselves through in the cup. Obviously, it's one of those things where if we don't, as we know, it's not the end of the world. But given the fact that our save relies on us winning trophies, it could be a bit of an issue. Loads of whistles, all the whistles there. Guitardle, appreciate the follow, very kind, thank you for that. Welcome in. Hope you're well. I think this is the plan, let's just grind this one out. They're sat very narrow. We're obviously playing quite wide. Here's Hanks. Long throw in, clear by McCann. Another back down. Smashed over the top, sadly though, by Siggy. Don't think he's quite got that ability to shoot from distance. Hanks with a free kick. Oh, that was close. That was much closer than I thought. It looked like it was going in, to be honest, from that angle. Keeper's obviously got a touch to it. Turned out for a corner. Johnson's put it in. Lou. He just turns around and smashes it. But I've got an idea, boss. 6 shots, 4 on target. They're not. 1 shot, 1 on target. Excuse me, 1 shot, 1 on target with an XG of 0. Okay, they're not responding at half time. It's not helpful. Maybe I've got to start getting angry and G'ing them up a bit. A little bit of encouragement, I think. Hank's starting to get himself a bit stressed now. Dial that tempo up a bit. In fact, maybe even look to bring Mullen on possibly for Hanks, 6.5. Curran's not having a great time either, to be honest. Neither Soup. Johnson's corner, headed away. Johnson wins it back. Curran, Johnson. Ball's in. Criterio. Nearly. Let's get Hanks off actually. For Mullen. Ball's down the line. Finley, stand him up. I was worried. I was very, very worried there. I'm thinking, do we bring Curran? Curran's on a 6.7 now, so maybe not Curran coming off. Campbell's on a 6.3. To be Hunter and Curran up top, ball through, good block, clear away for a corner. I think it's going to be time for Hunter. I think maybe we step up from cautious as well, possibly go balanced, maybe even pull our midfielders up a little bit because they're going to start to get into the game now. Decent effort, right, let's push these guys into that more familiar role. In fact, let's make Gallagher a DLP actually, see if he can pop some passes around. Johnson, tackled by McGuinness. Siggy. Mullen, ball over the top. Johnson, is he not fouled? Apparently not. Hunter, Cretaro. Decent effort. Pressing forward on attack actually. Double poacher. Does double poacher work? Double poacher could work, couldn't it? Conway. McElveen. Conway puts it in. No one's there, thankfully. Graham. Toulouse. Cretaro. Hunter. Slips it through for Curran. Yes! There we go. That should be it. Crazy Cat, appreciate the follow. We're going to dedicate that goal to you. Time that on perfectly. Thank you for that. There's the Holy Trinity. Curran, Cretaro, Hunter. Get that bus. Get that bus. You could be right. You could be absolutely right. Get everyone back. Disciplined. Do not pass into space. Just hold the ball. Nothing silly. Silly. Oh dear. Unbelievable. We knew it was going to happen, right? Keeper doesn't get it. Just goes past him. Now we've got to do it all again. Another half an hour of this. Right, we've been the better team. Remind them of that. Remind them that we've been the better team. They know that. Okay? Let's go back to what it was to normal. Right, time wasting off. Tempo goes back up. Take discipline off. Pass the ball back into space. Maybe press. New defensive wouldn't work. Go try these things. You know? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. DLP, maybe change Oggy or maybe change Burrows. What do we think? Who's more likely to commit an issue? I mean, he's anxious. That's not ideal either, is it? So we've got a tired Burrows who's on a 6.8. We've got a tired Gallagher who's on a 6.6 in midfield. Evans is anxious on the bench. That's not what you want to be bringing on. Oggy for Gallagher, yeah. McLean just over the top. They've turned it around, haven't they? Tell you what, let's put these boys back again. Extra time, second half. Make you pressing forward again, actually. Can't really have double poacher if we're trying to put the ball into no man's land. Burrows, Oggy, Burrows up over the top. Curran's not going to go for it. In fact, Curran's knackered, to be honest. Let's go direct, but let's also try and press and play out from the back. There might be a little bit of conflicting instructions there, possibly, but we don't know. Penalties. Okay. Great. Oh. Curran's all the way down the bottom here. That's gotta be worried. Gotta be worried about that. Let's tell them we expect. Finley, first penalty. Keeper just walks out the way. It's fine, he's not bothered. Hunter. One all, even Rich, welcome in. Don't do Brazil with the best player last. McLean saved. Big hands, big hands from Dylan Graham there. Gritaro. Oh, he's missed as well. Macaulay. (2-1). Pressure's back on. Siggy, I'm not confident with Siggy, to be honest. Oh, I should be though. Great penalty. McCann. Come on, boys. Let's have this. Yes. Big save. Now it's Burrows. Oh, that's a Scottish player on a penalty. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. Now it's McGuinness. You know what? I'm only joking, Rogie. We did beat Sergio on penalties, actually. That's a good point. McGuinness with a goal. Who's it coming down to? Mullen. Get in. Yes. We're through. Oof. We weren't at our best, but we did it. That was stressful. That puts us into the quarterfinals and the Middlesbrough Cup. We've not won that yet. We've not won it before. So that's Dollingstown, Dungannon and Warren Point. Give us Dollingstown. Supporters are happy. We've got Dungannon next. So it's the top division sides left. Warren Point and Dungannon. Get past them, then it's. I mean, that would be great, wouldn't it? If we get Dollingstown in the final, that'd be lovely. We've got a lot of experience in the Euro Electrics Middlesbrough Cup. We've won it 22 times previously, so it'd be good if we could get that one in the bag. So quarterfinals of the Bet McLean as well. Let's see what we've got there. Having ticked off some of the short-term milestones, you must feel rather confident. We all believe in ourselves. We know what we're doing here, I think. Draw all teams. Portadown or Crusaders play Ballin and Millard or Warren Point. So if we get past Crusaders, we've then potentially got on the Premiership side in the Bet McLean League Cup quarters. So it's going to be exciting. There's a lot of football still to be played. It's better. This is better. Yeah, it's not all done yet. Kings Lynn have made an offer for Barry McKeown. By Barry McKeown. Off you go. And we've now got a National B licence. Excellent. So we're a better manager now, theoretically. 1.5 star reputation. Right, let's have ourselves. Shall we have ourselves one more match, or shall we sort of like be like, oh yeah, we won a game on penalties and that was fantastic. I don't know. Have we got the FM itch now? No, Gaffer, it's just the way I'm sitting. Hey-oh. Let's have a quick little look around, see who's on that we can obviously jump into when we decide what's happening. Regardless, Gudger's about, so that's good. We might go and say a lot of Gudger. So should we have one more? Should we have one more game? Let's have one more game. We know this is a bad idea. Right, we're playing one more match. Barry McKeown's gone though, so that's fine. He's going to go to Kings Lynn, so that's him off the wage budget. So that's decent. That could help. Strike while the iron's hot. Dangerous in FM. It is dangerous. We know that it's one more. We know that essentially what that means is we're going to lose. Right, we know that. Low crosses. Opposition have proven themselves to be strong in the air. Okay. See what that does then. So Siggy can't play. He's on international duty. Oggy could come in though as a defensive mid. I think he seems the best, the most obvious choice. Actually no, he's not. There we go. We can put Gurung back in. If it's away, then no, we're in front of a home crowd. We're in front of a home crowd. Let's push ourselves up a little bit. trying to assert ourselves on the game a bit more. Richardson's looking a bit tired, so maybe put Evans in. Curran's maybe. I think maybe do we drop Soup and try someone different? Or is Soup doing enough to kind of like pull players away? Do you know what I mean? Like, is he sort of doing the work behind the scenes? Get him dropped. And who are we going to go with? Are we going to go with McGrath? Are we going to go with Cody Peoples? Start Oggy what, instead of Gurren? Or instead of Gallagher? Gallagher's on 6'9". McGrath out wide, Cretaro up front. Could work. Could work. Has worked before. Let's put him out there. Let's work on that wide target man. Wide target forward. Oggy for Gurung. Oh yeah, he's been on international duty, hasn't he? Dougie on the bench. Hey Dougie. Hunter's there as well, which is fine. Cody Peoples can maybe come on at some point. Happy with that? That seems to work, doesn't it? So heartbroken, lost to penalties to Cozza Bob. Has Cozza Bob actually won his own tournament for the first time, Dan? Unbelievable. I think, hasn't he done something like 24 tournaments or something, and like he's never won one? I mean, even I've won TJFM versus the community. You know, could score loads of goals with Cretaro or low crosses. Do you reckon? Maybe, but then he's a big lad, isn't he? Maybe Hunter's the way. Maybe we go double poacher and change it up in the second half. We shall see. We'll see what happens, but yeah. Portadown at home to Ballina Mallard. Let's change our view back again, of course. Having just beaten Crewe on penalties. It's not working 25 minutes in, switch Cretaro and McGrath. Yeah, exactly. Because they're the thing, they've definitely got enough about them both to sort of alternate. They've got a similar skill set and the fact that they're both tall. So yeah, there's definitely something there. And I think Cretaro's doing great on the wing as well. So it'll be interesting to see what he does as a pressing forward. You know, can he sort of like run off the defender? Can he create space? Can he win the ball in the air? All things we need to get answers to. Evans brings it down nicely. Talou inside to Oggy. How about that? There's Oggy. Talou pings it. Here's Cretaro. Bob's rigged it. I think he has, hasn't he? Johnson on the left foot. Not a great idea. Not a great idea. Who else was in then, Dan? Who else was performing tonight? Or taking part, I should say, sorry. Gallagher's corner. Cretaro with the header. He's got it. The big man. Okay. I think the fans are starting to warm with this guy. To think I wasn't 100% convinced on signing him. I was like, do we not? Oh, I don't know. But then we've also not been playing him as a striker, so maybe I was thinking, I don't know, as a striker, maybe not. So it all kind of works out in the end, doesn't it? Jordan Jenkins with an equaliser though. It's one of those things. We did what we needed. Look, how's he scoring from here? Odds on him scoring are so difficult. We get the block in, second attempt. Fair enough, their first shot as well. He might consider pressing as well, actually trying to get in at them. Well, actually, we've just switched off. Oh dear. Both defenders just weren't watching there. We should have logged off, shouldn't we? Look, ball's in there. Both of them have just decided they're not going to go for it. Not even watching where he is. It's behind you, mate. It's behind you. I have to go positive now. Gallagher, ball in, heads over the top. This is going to be one where we just try and just pepper the goal now in it, and we know how this film plays out. We've seen it time and time again. Oggy, oh, Curran, Gallagher. How many players in the box do we need? More, apparently. Ball up, no one's there for it. Deflection. Put that down. Curran looks isolated. Oh, he's missed it again. Right, hang on. We have to step up, aren't we? And these balls over the top, like we're back, and they're still putting the balls over the top of us. So maybe we try and close the gap down. Actually, go standard. See if that'll help. See if we can sort of like stop them pinging the balls over. Corner kick coming in. Gallagher, yes! Cretaro again. Second goal for him. I'm not sure if he gets the header or whether he gets the tap in once he realises what's on the floor. But no, it's him. It's the header. He gets the header. Huge one. Okay, come on, let's not muck around. Let's not concede again. That's it down. Well played, Evans. It's not even half time yet. Johnson, ball at the top. Cretaro on a hat trick. Back for Curran. Straight at Johnson. McGrath's on a 6.8, by the way, on that wide target man, just in case anyone's interested. Ironically, Curran's on a 6.6. So he might be the guy to potentially sacrifice. Maybe we put Hunter on, see if he can get the goal rather than Curran. If he's not getting a goal in the next 5 or 10 minutes, then maybe we consider that, because he is starting to tire as well. Again, there's that expectation on him, isn't there? 6-4 for Burrows. Brings it down nicely though. Graham's got it. Interesting how goals have come from set plays though, rather than from open play. Penalty. Curran dancing out the wide. Cretaro gets his hat trick. Loving that. Outstanding. Cretaro steps up, tucks it in the bottom corner. Well played. Well played indeed. I think now we have to drop back, just to make sure we're not doing the silly. Oh. Just wait for this to play out, I think. McGrath come off, you reckon? I think we can bring Curran off, actually. It sounds silly. I think we can put Curran for Hunter. I think we can go defensive. Do we rest? Hear me out here. Do we rest Cretaro Do we move McGrath up top and put Steadman in? Or do we look to maybe bring Qatar off later on and put an extra midfielder in to bulk it out and lock the game off that way? We could do that. Actually, right. Try that then. Steadman for McGrath might need more goals. Might do, actually. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. Burrows. Guittaro. Lovely ball down the line. Steadman keeps it in just. What ball that is? Hunter. Ooh. Almost. Gallagher with the corner. Guittaro can miss, apparently. It has happened. Hanks just tries to dink the free kick in the top corner. Doesn't come off, sadly. Oof. Well, we've got 15 minutes left. Need to keep our eyes peeled. Oof, good save. Johnson's on a 6-5 at this point now. Burrows on a 6-3. Jimmy Chunga in with 3 months. Yes, Jimmy. Loving the new club, mate. Absolutely welcome back. Pleasure having you back, man. Great ball back through the top. You've come in just at the time we're just wrapping up tonight, but you've missed a few bits and pieces, buddy. We're at Portadown now. Better than Banbridge, yes. It's been slightly frustrating at the start of this season, but we are at a bigger club. Expectations are higher. We're slowly getting there. Oh, okay, yeah, all right. You went out on a little date, did you? Very nice. Did it go well? Is it someone you're going to see again? Right, Crataro's going to come off now because we're going to go for locking this up, I think. You would say so. Excellent. That's brilliant, man. Well done. Well done. Right in time for Christmas as well. Perfect. Hold them off. Don't do anything silly. Just clear that ball. Oh, off the line. No idea how we got that away on the line. But unbelievable. Balls up. Get that ball away. Gallagher. Hunter. He's there on his own. Just has to hold it up. 3 points in the bag. Huge. Huge. Loving that. That's what we need. Big results. Big results. Right. That moves us up. We're in 8th now. So, it's better than nothing, right? Better than nothing. Let's see who we've got then. Gudger's on. Gudger's been on for a while, so we could go and hang with Gudger. He's got a lion as well. He's obviously got the Bob raid. So Bob's obviously gone straight over from the Cossack Cup. So we could do that, or we could have a little look around, see if there's someone that we've got who we haven't seen before. I'd say what? No, let's all go and give Dave a big one. Dave's had a bit of a shit time of it recently, so let's go and show him all the love we can do. Yeah, let's do that. Right, let's go and give the love to Dave. Okay. Meola Park is shite. Yeah. I think they are. So hopefully we can go and make them feel more shite. So right, give your love to Dave Gudger. Make sure you follow him when you get in there. you get a spinning Goodyear remote as well, which of course everybody wants. Huge appreciation, by the way, for everyone who's been in tonight, all the raids, everyone who came in from Lujo's stream as well. Genuinely much appreciate everyone who's stuck by us all the way through. We're back tomorrow, final stream before Christmas. Hope everyone's well. Take it easy. Much love. See you tomorrow night. All the best. Bye now.